Hey folks, real short video for you here today. I wanted to show you something I picked up from Harbor Freight the other day. Here's the packaging for it. It is the Pittsburgh Pro 7-piece tamper-proof star key set. Also better known to a lot of us as a Torx driver. What you have here is sort of a Swiss Army style little folding wrench. You've probably seen some similar ones with different tools on the ends. Anyway, it has sizes T5, T6, T7, T8, T9, T10, and T15. It comes in this handy little fold-out arrangement, sort of like a little Swiss Army knife action. And excuse my finger. Foolishly, and for the second time in my life, I crushed it in my car door. The first time it happened was about 5 or 6 years ago. I actually smashed my pinky finger on this hand in the work truck, and I guess the lesson to be learned there is pay attention when you're closing your vehicle door. But yeah, smashed that up pretty good, and I almost thought about posting up a video and showing you the aftermath of the injury, because a whole bunch of skin was removed from my index finger, but I thought it might gross some of you out. If some of you really want to see it, I might post it up later, but I won't torture you with that here. Anyway, so it's got these 7 different drivers on it, and they're really well made, and they are, I don't know if it's going to come out on camera, but they are security Torx drivers. Yeah, you can kind of see there's a little indentation in the end of each of those bits, and so if you have some things like video game controllers, certain electronics, certain devices and tools have security bits, and you need this type of driver to remove them, as they have a little post that's raised up in the center of each screw. And you don't have to have security screws to use these. They work great on regular ones as well. So obviously what these are really good for is your knife, and you've got a T6 and a T8 typically on most knives, and that's for the pocket clip and the pivot. Let me reach over here and grab my Spyderco Tenacious, and I'll show you that on the clip, if I recall, I think it's the second smallest is the T6. The clip of the Spyderco Tenacious uses T6 screws. And sorry if this is all coming out a bit fuzzy. Do I have the right one? I believe I do. Yep, T6. And that unscrews the screws on that just fine. And what's nice about this is it only costs $5.99. So it's a really well made tool, very inexpensive. If you don't have a Harbor Freight near you, I believe you can order online. I'm not really sure what their shipping policy is or what they typically charge. But for $5.99 in store, it's really hard to beat. Now, as far as how it's going to hold up over time, you know, I couldn't really say. I've only had it for a few days. And I actually bought this. I already have some Torx drivers, but the reason I bought this was to use it at work. Because in the work truck, I don't have any Torx drivers, and I thought it'd be nice to have some on hand to be able to adjust my knife, my coworker's knife, out in the field. And so again, here's the pivot screw. And sorry again if this isn't focusing, I've got bad lighting. I really need to do something about the lighting on my videos, and hopefully I will soon. But there you go, works great. Now they're very strong, but here's where I thought this tool was going to come in handy for a lot of people. A lot of folks want Torx drivers on them at all times, and something like this could be a little bit bulky. Obviously you're not going to carry this in your pocket, but you might want to adjust your knife in any random time. So what's kind of cool is it's held together with these hex screws, and what you can do is, and I'm only going to take this apart, I'm not going to put it back on video as it's going to take a little bit to get the little washers back together, but I just wanted to show this real quick. You can actually take the tool itself apart, which I think is a nice touch, rather than just kind of being riveted together. They actually screw it together with these hex screws. So you can actually break the whole tool down, clean it. And I thought what was a really nice idea is take these screws out on the ends, and all of the bits, or excuse me, all of the drivers come free. So now you have a bunch of these little loose guys with that little curved end. And the idea that I had, and I thought some of you folks might appreciate it, was if you crimp the end of these, if you were to take some sort of a pliers or a multi-tool and squeeze this closed to where this ring, this loop, touches, you could put a couple of these on your key ring of the sizes that you need, you know, just clip on a T6 and a T8 and have those on your keys all the time. And then every time that you needed to adjust your knife, you didn't have to go get a big bulky driver or some tool and put a bit on the end. You just got a couple of these little guys right on your keyring. you turn to the one that you need, and then you use your key ring for leverage. And even if you didn't want to do that, you could keep two of them on your keys, run the shaft of one through the loop of the other, and use that to give you some leverage to turn them. And I haven't seen anyone mention that. Actually, I don't think I've even seen anybody show this tool, so I thought, one, I wanted to show the tool, and two, I wanted to show that idea, that I thought some of you folks might find that kind of handy. So anyway, again, $5.99 gets you the Pittsburgh Pro 7-piece tamper-proof star key set for all your Torx driver needs. Very well made, very well constructed. The ends, the tips of all the drivers are very accurate, and the tool tightens down nicely, a little bit of Loctite, and you can keep these very tightly bound so that they're stiff and it doesn't flop or wiggle on you or go loose. And there you go, for $6. Handy little Torx driver kit, and maybe some of you might want to take some of these little individual drivers and put them on your keys and see how that goes. So that's it, just a quick little review, quick little heads up. I hope some of you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for many more videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.